Good morning and welcome to the Kundalini practice for today's session. My name is Denise and we are here today to work on the total self. We are going to have a practice that really is going to engulf, be a part of all of the body rather than sometimes we really focus on this upper triangle. Today we're going to stand for the first portion of our practice and really get moving, get the whole body moving, getting circulation, and really when we are increasing that movement in the circulation, we're giving opportunity for a lot more of the aura to be worked on and nurtured. In this particular Kriya called working the total self, we are most definitely supporting the many areas of the body, increasing circulation as well as building that aura. Each one of these practices does a little bit something different in that arena. So as a whole, it's very balancing for the body as well as your aura. Remembering that's kind of like, your energy. Sometimes we experience or learn about aura at certain types of fairs when they take pictures of you, capturing your aura, and you see colors. Colors often are associated with different meanings. And so that's where we're going with this. We're working on really building and nurturing that aura area of our body. So today we're going to begin, as we do each Kundalini practice, finding your way into your easy pose, whether that is in your chair or on your yoga mat. And I do want to encourage you as we move forward with each one of our practices to consider that every little piece of detail about your practice adds to the emphasis of the practice. For example, if you're sitting on a rubber mat, you might want to consider putting a cotton blanket of some sort on top of the mat, because that actually changes your connection so that you're using natural elements and it actually enhances your experience. Many times you also see instructors will wear something white on their head, and that is actually to help keep in that energy that you are trying so hard to move from the base of the spine up through the chakras to your crown chakra. And so we capture that and keep it there with a white cap or bandana, something of that nature. Sometimes I wear it, sometimes I don't, but I can say that when I do my meditation, etc., my practice is definitely a whole nother level. So different little tidbits I'll share with you as we continue our practice. But let's start by being in our easy pose, tall spine, palms are up on the knees, and gently close the eyes and allow yourself to begin focusing on your breath. Inhaling through the nose, filling up the lungs completely. Exhaling out through the mouth. And gently continuing that breath work. Slowly increasing the inhalation, making it bigger and bigger, as well as the exhalation. Letting that inhale be fully and complete, and you can feel it because the chest is opening up. The ribs are lifting. And as you exhale that breath, being equal with your intention of letting the toxins go, serving that wonderful body of yours, you can feel the body begin to relax. And it is true, our mind sometimes is very busy and wants to keep pulling our attention. Don't find discomfort with it. Just bring yourself back to focusing on your breath, being in the moment. That's sometimes a challenge for us because we're very busy people, but it's a great thing to practice. Being in the moment, being here, focusing on the breath, letting go of everything else for this time. Let that breath become deeper and bigger. Gently bringing those hands together, palm to palm, in front of the heart area. Begin rubbing those palms vigorously until you feel that warmth in between the hands. Nestling the hands into prayer pose, thumbs in at the sternum. Let's tune in with our Adi mantra to begin our practice. So a nice big breath in to begin. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Take a nice deep breath in, suspending the breath. And gently let the breath go as you hold the posture. On your next big inhalation, reaching the hands up to the sky, keeping the eyes closed, but let the head follow. Reach, reach, reach until you cannot hold the breath any longer. Then allow those hands to come trickling down around you, feeling your aura, your energy, as the breath is released slowly and completely. Allowing yourself to really just connect with that peacefulness. Bring those hands back onto the knees, palms are up, eyes are closed. And remembering as we walk through our practice traditionally, unless otherwise shared, the focus is eyes closed with the eyes focusing at the third eye point. And you really are gazing at that point through closed eyes. Each one of these eye practices that we do in Kundalini can sometimes be a little bit different for our eyes, feeling a little bit strange at first. But as you practice it, it becomes more and more comfortable. And by bringing that emphasis and focus at the third eye through closed eyes, you're enhancing that pituitary gland activation, which entails and or allows for your experience to be so much bigger. That's why we do it. So as you are in this lovely space, breathing ever so gently, let's go ahead and take our bottoms off of our cushion. And let's go ahead and find those sit bones as we sit comfortably on the ground or your cushion or blanket. Not your cushion, I'm sorry. Really feel the sit bones. Turn the hands over, putting the hands on the knees for a little bit of balance. Really elongate that spine and begin Sufi grinds. Remember, Sufi grinds, we're all about grounding ourselves. Bring that chest forward as you inhale in a big circle, exhaling as you round the back, and then coming forward again with a big inhale, backwards, exhale, and let that movement begin to take on a little bit more speed coordinating and rhythmically with the breath. Eyes are closed, focused at that brow point, letting yourself go inside. All of the weight is balancing on those sit bones as you really grind into the earth, grounding yourself, grounding your energies. A lot of focus today is going to be on energy. We want to hear that breath in and out through the nose. Big inhale, bring yourself back to center. Pull that spine really tall. Hold the breath. Exhale the breath. And begin Sufi grinds in the opposite direction. Inhaling, bring yourself back to center. Pull that spine up nice and tall. Hold the breath. Bring in Mula Bandha and squeeze. And let the breath go. Relax the body. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and allow ourselves to open up the legs into a wide stance, separating, straightening the knees, a little wiggle to those ankles in a rotated circular motion. Make sure they're awake, change directions. Yeah, opening up and waking everybody up all the way down to the toes. And now let's go ahead and do a little bit of stretching before we stand up and begin our Kriya. So reaching up to the sky with that right arm really tall. Move the left arm away from you and in front of your body. Bending over that left leg. Feel that side stretch coming down. And then inhale, reaching up to the sky with that arm, spine super tall. Exhaling back down. And continue that motion with big, long breaths all through the nose. And those eyes are closed, focusing at that brow point. One last time. As you come back up, let's let that arm back down, reaching up with a big inhale, the left arm, and folding over on the exhale over that right leg. Continuing the same flow, inhaling as the body comes up, exhaling as the body comes down. Last time, reaching high and exhaling down. Bringing the body back up, releasing that arm. Great job. So let's go ahead and find ourselves into a standing position so that we can go ahead and start our Kriya called Working the Self. I'll put a little music on in the background to kind of inspire us with our movement today, because we're going to work through each posture fairly quickly. So as we do so, just stick with it, as we move from place to place. It's a rather long Kriya, so we want to make sure we get through it in a timely fashion. And I'm just getting your music all set up because I guess it took too long to turn it on, so it's thinking about it. While you're standing there, I want you to just give yourself an opportunity to start reaching up to the sky with those arms so that you can stretch that whole beautiful upper body, because we are going to emphasize that particular posture that you're in at this particular moment. Okay. So standing up, raising those arms straight up over the head. Go ahead and interlace those fingers, leaving the index fingers pointing up. And I want you to really get grounded, feet about as wide apart as your shoulder, really tall, reaching up, and then leaning back, and then leaning forward. We're not folding when we lean forward. We're going equally as far forward as we did backwards with the body. Keep those elbows straight. You'll see that each time the body goes back, get a little bit more flexibility. Just slowly moving like a little pendulum, forward and backwards. Keep that motion going, slightly back and then slightly forward. Make sure you're breathing through the nose, giving yourself that energy. And just gently relax into it. We're really giving some nice openness to that lower back. If you happen to feel any pressure in your calves, then you are doing a good job with balance. Just 17 seconds longer. Releasing those arms down to your sides. Staying standing, we're actually going to widen our stance of our feet about 18 inches apart so you're nice and grounded. You're going to go ahead and bend forward, letting your arms reach out to the sides about 45 degrees, extending those fingers stretched out, bending down. That back is a flat top, as if I could put a cup of tea on it. And begin holding this posture, long, deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Long, deep breaths. Keep those elbows straight. Just relax in that posture. Gently, as you take your next inhale, Lift the body upright. Relax the arms and the hands down. Beautiful job. Let's go ahead and bring those hands together, interlacing once again with those index fingers pointing up, reaching up to the sky, and gently let yourself bend to the left and bend to the right. Inhale, pulling yourself up. Exhale, bending to the side. Long, deep breaths. Just allowing yourself to kind of melt to the side. Feeling that lovely stretch. Doing your best to keep those elbows straight. There's no specific eye posture here, so if you feel comfortable closing the eyes and focusing at the brow, fabulous. If you feel like you need the eyes open to support your balance, that's okay too. And pulling yourself back up straight, reaching up to the sky as you inhale a big breath. And exhale, let those arms cascade down. Beautiful. As we move on to this next posture, we're going to stay in the same posture, but we're going to move a little bit differently. So I'm going to reach up once again, interlacing my fingers, and I'm going to begin moving in a circular motion to the left, with my whole torso doing a big circle, and my fingers are guiding me, as if my fingers are drawing in the sky a big circle. Yes. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep that beautiful motion going. You've got it. Coming back to center. Pausing there for a moment. And now let's begin going the opposite way. So we're starting to the right. Doing the same activity. That big circle. Rotating the torso. Let yourself just really become loose so that you're able to let that torso really get some movement in there. This is helpful for the hip bones. If you got tightness in the hip area, coming back to center, inhaling, stretching, reaching up, up, up. Exhaling, let those arms come down to the sky, down to the floor, down to your sides. Nice job. Check your feet. Are you at least 18 inches apart so you're nice and grounded? Find that spot. Arms are extended out to your sides, palms facing down, fingers are nice and tight. You're going to twist to the left, twist to the right. Inhaling left, exhaling right. And let yourself really twist as far as you can. You'll see it starts to loosen up and giving you a little bit more space to move in that twist as time progresses. Keep those elbows straight. Just 30 seconds longer. Really let that body twist. Use your breath. Inhale, exhale. And bringing yourself back to center. Let those arms come down. We still want to keep our stance fairly wide, probably about shoulder width is really good for this posture. You're going to put your hands in Gyan Mudra, so thumbs touching the index finger, right at the tip. Other fingers are standing up like little antennas. Arms are up 60 degrees. And find yourself really focusing on your knees on this movement. We're going to gently let ourselves come down and back up. We're not squatting. We're not going down into crow. We're doing a very slight bend in the knees and then back up. Holding those arms in that 60 degrees. Hands are in Gyan Mudra. Close the eyes, focus at the brow. And inhale as you come up. Exhale as you go down. Just 30 seconds longer. Coming back up, relax the arms down for just a moment because we're going to change the position of our feet. I want you to bring your heels together and now put your hands in Gyan Mudra, reaching up 60 degrees and continue that slight bending of the knees. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Eyes are closed if possible, focusing at that brow point. Just 30 seconds longer. Let that breath help you. And come back to an upright position. Let those arms come down. We're shifting gears. So now we're going to find ourselves bending down as if we were going to do something similar to downward dog, but we're not. Hands are down on the ground. Open your palms nice and wide so that you can have a good foundation. Bottom is in the air, so you're almost like in a downward dog. Lift the right leg up. Hold the posture. Long, deep breaths. 20 more seconds. Gently let that right leg come down to the ground. And now we're going to switch legs and we're going to lift the left leg. Find your way back into the posture. Lift that left leg up to the sky. Long, deep breaths. Thirty more seconds. And gently bring that leg back down. Let yourself come down to your knees. We're not going to stay in this squatting position, so don't worry. All we're doing is we're moving from one place to the next. So on your hands and your knees, I want you to lift up your legs and your feet off of the ground in the air and begin crisscrossing them. Now try and do your best to be conscious of your bottom and your upper back. You want it to be a little bit more extended instead of your bottom out here. So just push forward a little onto the shoulders, freeing up those legs to begin crisscross. Just like that, you got it. Keep going, you're almost there. 10 more seconds. And relax back onto your feet just for a moment. Straighten up your torso. Then stand on your knees. I want you to, we're going to do something that's called camel pose. So we're actually going to lean our body back, let the head drop. Take our hands and reach for the ankles and lean back on those ankles and heels with our hands. Feel that whole frontal stretch. Lift that chest up, relax the head, and just breathe. Relax into the pose, just breathe. Gently let your bottom come down, release your hands from your ankles, find your way down on your belly on your mat. And as you do that, we're going to get into locust pose. So we're going to actually place our fists underneath the body right here at the top of the thigh in the pelvic area. And that's going to give us some balance and foundation. So find your way on the belly, get those hands underneath in the fist posture. And I want you to go ahead and cross your feet. Lift the legs up and hold them there. Keep breathing. Halfway there. Let those legs come down, uncross the feet, release the hands, let your head come down to the mat and relax. Gentle relaxation here. As you're laying on your belly, I want you to reach your arms back out, lift your ankles up, grab your ankles with your hands. We're going into bow pose. Lift your thighs off the ground, lift your chest off the ground, lifting your feet up, hold the posture in bow and breathe. Let those legs come down. Take a moment. We're going to come right back into bow pose and we're going to begin rocking forward and backward to the best of your ability. Remember, we only get better with these types of poses with practice. Grab those ankles and lift up and begin rolling forward and backward. Twenty more seconds. Let those legs come down to the ground, release the ankles, and relax on your belly for a moment. Gently find your way to sitting back up. I encourage you to sit back on the heels as you lift and push yourself up with your arms. Then come back around to sitting on your bottom without your cushion. We're going to do some Sufi grinds here. It is a part of the Kriya. So remembering, hands are on the knees, a nice tall spine. Your connection with the earth is through the sit bone right at the bottom of the spine. And let's gently begin moving in a circular motion the torso. And we're looking to begin and count to yourself until you've done 52 circles. I'm on 4, 5. Inhale forward, exhale back. Coming back to center, a nice big inhale through the nose, pull the spine up to the sky, hold the breath, pull in Mula Bandha and hold. Release the breath. Now in this next posture, you can either choose sitting on your cushion in easy pose or on your heels. The posture is in rock pose. I put a cushion between my bottom and my heels for a little bit of knee support. Nice tall spine. We're going to bring our right hand out in front of us, parallel to the ground. Palm turned sideways, fingers are open wide. My left hand is in a fist, back by my side, pulling the arm all the way back. And we're going to alternate our arms and the breath by pulling the right arm back into a fist, at the same time shooting the left arm out, opening the hand. And we're going to continue this alternating of the hands and the posture as we breathe long, deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Eyes are closed, focusing at the brow point. Moving quickly. Moving quickly, let that breath follow. And bringing the arms back in. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold the breath. Pull in Mula Bandha. Exhale the breath. So we're going to stay in this posture. And if that works for you with yourself in the pose of sitting on your feet in rock pose, great. If you need to stay in easy pose, that's okay too. We're going to raise our arms up to the sky. Hands and palms are open. But let your hands flip back behind you because you're going to bend back as far as you can stretch. Come forward. Bring the hands to the knees. Hands up, inhaling, reaching back. Exhale, hands come back, body is forward. Inhale, reaching back, and continue this motion gently and completely. And last time, when you come forward, bring those hands down to the knees. Pause there. Take a nice big breath in. Hold the breath as you pull in Mula Bandha. Exhale the breath. Release the posture if you're in rock pose, moving back into easy pose. Find yourself in a lovely tall spine and easy pose. Nice, gentle, organic breaths is where we're at this time. And we're going to move into a particular posture that is easy enough. We're going to be in Gyan Mudra, thumbs touching the tip of the index finger. Arms are bent at the elbows with the hands straight out in front of us, facing forward. Sitting in easy pose, very tall spine, relaxed neck, relaxed shoulders, closing the eyes, focusing at the third eye. Let the breath be nice and natural. And I'm going to go ahead and say to you a particular mantra that you can join in saying as well if you are familiar with or comfortable with. But know that the mantra is all about virtues. It is all about the mantra represents 7 sounds or musical scale, and each syllable is a note on the scale. Yogi Bhajan included the sargam, the scales, when he taught the mantra and said that there are 20 sounds which can raise the consciousness from 0 to infinity in the mortal. Sa, ra, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, ta, na, ma, ra, ma, da, sa, se, so, hum. This is the totality. It is called the Kriya. So as you hold this posture, focusing at the brow with nice, gentle, organic breath, listening or chanting the mantra with me, let yourself move into a beautiful meditative space. We're here for just a little bit of time before we move into the next position of further meditation. So gentle breaths, find that place, closing the eyes. Sa, ra, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Sa, ra, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Sa, ra, ge, ma, de, ni, sa. Se, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, ra, se. Sa, ra, ge, ma, pa, de, ni, sa. Se, ni, da, pa, ga, ra, se. Se, ra, ga, ma, da, pa, ni, sa. Se, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Sa, ra, ga, ma, da, ni, sa. Se, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Sa, re, ga, ma, da, ni, sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ge, ra, se. Se, ra, ga, ma, da, pa, ni, sa. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Take a nice deep breath in, holding the breath, pulling in Mula Bandha. Let the breath go. Release the posture. Let those arms come down. Staying in easy pose, cross the hands over the chest, just in front of your shoulders. Tuck your chin down. And I'm going to play a mantra, Gobinde, 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 Hare Ha. And please, if you feel like you would like to, go ahead and chant it. But if you don't chant it, with the eyes closed, focusing at that brow point, let yourself fall into a meditative place where you can feel the sound and vibration. Govinda, Govinda, Hari, Hari. 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 Govinda, Govinda. Know that this mantra is all about self-esteem, uplifts your spirit, and builds your self-confidence. Hari, Govinda, Govinda, Hari, Hari. Govinda, Govinda, Hari, Hari. Govinda, Govinda, Hari, Hari. Hari, You are the peace in my heart. You are the peace in our hearts. I bow to you. You are the peace in my heart. You are the peace in our hearts. I bow to you. You are the peace in my heart. You are the peace in our hearts. I bow to you. You are the peace in my heart. You are the peace in our hearts. I bow to you. You are the peace in my heart. You are the peace in our hearts. I bow to you.
Govinda, Govinda, Hari, Hari. 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 Govinda, Govinda, Hari, Hari.
Gently allow yourself to release the posture and come to lying down on your back in total relaxation.
Govinda, Hari, Hari. Hari, Hari,
Gently begin wiggling your toes and your fingers, bringing yourself back into your body, slowly, gently. Rotating those wrists and ankles in a circular motion. Taking a nice big breath in as you reach your arms over your head, stretching the body from one end to the other. Bring those knees into your chest, wrapping your arms around them. Big hug to the knees as you gently roll left and right. Releasing the left knee down to the mat, crossing the right knee across the body for a big cat stretch. Keeping the eyes closed during this time, gently allowing yourself to come to present. Big inhale through the nose, exhale deeper into the posture. Gently bringing that knee back to center, changing legs, crossing the opposite knee across the body for an equally balanced cat stretch on the other side. Big, beautiful breath here. Inhaling deeply and completely. Exhale into the stretch a little deeper. Bringing that knee back to center, bringing both knees into the chest area, wrapping your arms around them, nose up to your knees, squeeze tight. Relax the head back down. Let your body roll forward and backward on your spine. Nice massage there. And gently coming back to a stopping posture, letting go of the knees, but letting your feet touch, rubbing those feet and hands together, feeling that warmth and friction and balance throughout the body. Then gently grabbing those knees one more time to roll back up into easy pose. And as you find your way back up into easy pose, onto your cushion with a lovely tall spine, eyes are closed, palms are in your lap. Just allow yourself to have a nice organic breath, feeling and noticing everything about the body's conversation with you right now. Just pausing here to listen to the body, to be observant to the body. Take your time to express your gratitude for this body that you have been gifted, that carries you through each and every day. Maybe you want to show a little more appreciation for the knees that sometimes challenge you, or the hip, or the shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Bring those palms together in front of your heart center, rubbing them, creating that warmth. Nestling them into prayer pose. Setting your intention for today with this beautiful energy that you have circulated throughout your body. What will you do with this energy? Take a nice deep breath in and out. Let's close our practice today with a very long sat and a short nam. To begin, let's take a nice deep breath in. Sat Nam. Bringing that prayer pose up to the third eye, big bow down. And back up again. Satnam to you. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice of working the total self. I hope you have an invigorating and beautiful day filled with nothing but bliss. Share with me again on Friday, our Friday meditation to raise your vibration. And of course, next week, we will share more Kundalini practice with you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, live. Thanks again, and have a lovely, lovely weekend, being safe and loving and kind. Sat Nam.